You're listening to On the Daily. In today's episode, we're talking about the client journey and how the nurturing process can make or break our sustainability and our success. I'm going to tell you about one of my clients who started with me as a low-ticket human design reading almost 2 years ago now and is now building an awesome human design business and is in my highest paid container, the highest one I offer. So keep listening if you're trying to build an online business. And right now, maybe you feel like you have low turnover or you want a business with low turnover and currently you have high turnover, or you're finding it hard to nurture your clients through the journey. This episode is for you. Hey friend, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of Hype You Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. I am really excited because I am currently enrolling for my Scale to 6 Mastermind, which is my highest paid, closest proximity, personalized support container. There's a standard option. There's also a VIP option, which includes everything plus private calls. And we're going to be revamping the structure a little bit of the Scale to 6 Mastermind in the next couple of months. And so the prices will go up because the value is going to go up a lot. And I'm kind of making some transitions as we approach the new year. And so I know there's so many of you who listen who are kind of on the fence of my mastermind. And if you needed a sign, this is it, because prices are going to go up. Currently, you can get into my mastermind, which is a rolling mastermind, by the way. Like, people have been in there for a year. You have a minimum 6-month contract, and you get access to 3 group coaching calls a month where we get very personal with what's going on in your business. You also get skills calls every month. So that could be automation, that could be calls about copy, that could be calls about operations, that could be calls about email marketing, you name it. We do skills calls on it. We also have a monthly astro chat, which is an astrology call with our astrologer to kind of give us the forecast for the month, the full moon, all the things. And you also get a virtual quarterly retreat. So every quarter we do a 2 to 3 day retreat virtually where we talk all things business. So every area of business, whether that be strategy to mindset, you name it, it's in there. And, I just think the power of a mastermind is just so incredible. Not only do I host my own, I'm always in a mastermind of my own with my coach. And I couldn't imagine not being in a space like that, because there's just something about being in a space with people who have goals that you have, who are moving in the same direction you're moving, but also can hold you accountable and that you can hold accountable as well. So, if this has been on your heart, now is the time, because we are going to be changing the format, raising the price, all the things in the next couple of months. And if you get in before that change, you'll be grandfathered into the change, but your price will stay the same. So if that's something you're interested in, DM me on Instagram, Danielle_on-the-daily, and we can get you all set up. But I'm excited to see who comes and joins us inside of the Scale to 6 Mastermind. All right, let's get into this episode. So I have a client who started with me as a human design reading. And this was kind of right when I started my business. So this was almost 2 years ago now. And she booked a human design reading, which back then they were like $100 or something. Like, it's insane. My human design readings are $1,000 now, and they were $100 back then. So she paid for that. And then after that, she paid, I was offering, I think, like a VIP power hour, and it was like 1 hour of coaching. She bought one of those for a couple $100. She's participated in many masterclasses and has always been a part of my free community, all the things. And then she jumped into a mastermind that I offered last year, which was a kind of it was a closed container. So it was only, I think, 8 or 12 weeks. It was the Quantum Leap Mastermind. And then from there, she rolled into Scale to 6 and has been in Scale to 6 for the last 6 months. And then recently just upgraded to VIP. So she's as close to a private client as she's going to get. And it's just been so crazy to see this transformation she's been through, because in that process, she's been learning so much about herself. She's been learning so much about what she wants to offer. She took a human design course to become a human design reader and is now building a human design business. And it's just really, really fun to be a part of that as her coach and mentor. Also, though, there's this, I think this feeling that some coaches have where they feel like they don't have enough offers, or they feel like, people are getting lost, or if people aren't like having massive success really quickly, that they're not good enough. And this was a client who, like, from the beginning, she made it very clear, like, I will be going my own pace, but I'm listening and I'm soaking up everything. And I think for me, it was never about how much she could make. It was always about just nurturing her and being there for her. And I genuinely really love this person and really want to support everything she does. I mean, she's an incredible mom. She's been unpacking and unlearning so much generational stuff, so many patterns and loops that she's been caught in. And all along that, she's been learning more about her human design. She's been learning it for herself, but also taking courses so that she can help others. She's been thinking about doing it for parents and kids and all these things. Like, she's just brilliant. And the one thing that I've always held true was I wanted to make sure that I just nurtured her. I nurtured her along the way. I'm there for her. I make sure that she knows that I am along for the ride, no matter what her ride looks like. And I think that's a huge thing that coaches miss, is some coaches are just so focused on money, and they're just so focused on like, what if this person isn't, and I experienced this a lot when I was really in my network marketing business, feeling like a number, and feeling like if I wasn't earning a lot of money, or if I wasn't working really hard and earning a lot of money, that I wasn't good enough for the people that mentored me. And that's a really shitty feeling. And I definitely have always made it a point to never, ever, ever, ever make anyone feel like that in my container. I mean, I have people that are in free containers of mine, that are just in free masterclasses, or they're in my free MC CEO, main character CEO Facebook community, and they're just receiving free trainings. And that's not even a just, like, that's what they've chosen. And through my free trainings, through listening to my podcast, they've completely shifted their world. And that tells me that it's so much more, it's about so much more than just like how much coaches can help people make. Because at the end of the day, the money is the byproduct of the belief. The money is the byproduct of feeling like you feel seen and heard, but also it's the byproduct of being in a space where you can see yourself. And that's been my goal the whole time. And if you are a coach, if you are a mentor, if you are a leader in any way, the best advice I can give you is pay attention to your client journey. Pay attention to the process that your clients are going through, and nurture the human. And, don't just create spaces where you can see people. Create spaces where people are given the opportunity to really see themselves. And that's what actually caring is. I mean, when I think about I always think about why I'm different, or people will ask me why are you different? What's different about you? I'm like, I genuinely fucking care. I genuinely fucking care about my clients. And I don't care if they're in my highest paid container or my lowest paid container or in a free container. You're going to get the most from me every single time. And I will always over deliver, and I will always give away free content. And I know it's because the client journey is so real. And if you look at this client, she literally started off in a $100 container and is now in a $24,000 container for a year. And that is powerful. That's really, really powerful, because if I would have just not nurtured her because she wasn't building her business quick enough, what does that even mean, quick enough? That doesn't even mean anything. That would be my own ego feeling like there was a timeline for someone else's success. And that's just not true. I am so proud of this client. I'm so excited for this client. I know it's like I've seen the potential the whole time, and I'm just so happy that she sees it for herself and she's ready. And the fact that she's now in my highest paid container and we get to do private calls together, and every week she's coming with like new things that she's been working on, new things that she's been doing. Like, how freaking awesome is that, right? So if there's anything I can share, it's that you need to be paying attention to your client journey. And if you're in my world, just know, like, you are never a number with me. I am so here for your journey. I'm so excited for everything that you're creating, no matter what pace you create it at, no matter what the goal is. I'm here for it. I'm along for the ride. And when you're in my world, you're stuck with me for life. And so, there's just so many people that are just wanting to be held and wanting to be seen and supported in a space. And so if you are a leader or a coach, pay attention to how much of your ego is running the show. And what I mean by that is pay attention to how much of your willingness to help someone is driven by your ego's expectation of what it looks like to be successful. Like, really pay attention to that, because when you remove your ego and you become neutral to your triggers and you become unbothered by, or like unfazed by what your ego is saying, and you really just pay attention to the journey of the client, and you really create a nurturing environment for people to see themselves and to grow themselves and to become everything that they came to this planet to become, then you're always going to have people in your world. People might leave and come back. People may, be in a higher container, and then they may go to a lower ticket container, or they may go from a low ticket to a high ticket, or they may stay in a free container for a while. But if your goal is to focus on the client journey and the nurturing process, then you can't lose. And it's like, that's what it means to focus on people instead of money. The money is the byproduct of how much focus you can put on people. And before I let you go, I'm actually going to read you, I created a manifesto. I call it the main character energy, or the main character CEO Manifesto. And I recently had sweatshirts made, and we're going to have journals made, and we're going to do like a whole bunch of stuff. But we have a manifesto now, and it's really, really, really awesome. Because for a long time I've had this brand and I love this brand so much. And now I am actually, like, the brand feels like it has its own voice and its own pulse. And a lot of that came through this manifesto, which we're going to print on like a hoodie eventually. But I wanted to read it to you before I let you go, in case it serves you. And then you can come back and listen to it when you're needing a little bit of boost. So the main character CEO Manifesto states, I don't play games. I am the game. I don't play by the rules. I make the rules. I am the most dangerous person in the world because I lead myself epically and I need zero outside validation. I influence and inspire movements, and I am shifting the paradigm for good. Freedom and sovereignty in my life and peace in my body will always be the priority, and I will never be the one who does the most just for the sake of doing the most. I will always have the most fun. I will always win because I am here to learn, evolve, and challenge past versions of myself. I am the main character, and this energy is standard. I hope that serves you in some way. We'll be back on Friday with another episode. As always, if you go to Apple Podcasts and you write me a review and you leave me a 5-star rating, screenshot that and send it to my team, hey@DanielleMcCleary.com, and you can get a discount on any of my programs, whether that be a low ticket or a high ticket container. There are discounts available just for helping me grow this show. All right, friends, I love you all, and we'll see you back on Friday. Bye.